Hop update, it's run out of wire. It's now hanging around the window, trying to find where else it can keep climbing. And this one's not far behind. Let's have a look at the other ones. Sprawling mass of 3 or 2 hop plants there. Doing quite well. They've been completely left alone. Let nature do its job. No watering, no fertilising, no pesticides. As you can tell, because the nettles are competing with them as well. These ones are not doing so good. These are the ones that have been in the pot for as long as the other ones have been in the ground. And as you can see, that makes quite a bit of difference. Stunted growth, a little bit of drought issues there as well. Unfortunately, they've been caught out, not had enough water. And they're obviously all intermingled now, so I can't really move them and plant them unless I just sort of cut them back and bang them in and let them grow a little bit this year. They won't produce, obviously, but they'll be established for next year, so that might be the other thing. Oh, I have noticed we have another little strange hoppy growing in the garden, which must have been from originally when I harvested the hops at the house and dried them out in my shed. That one of the leaves with the seed on has actually germinated. So there's one growing here as well, straight out the soil. I noticed it last year. It was a very late developer, as they say. It started shooting right in the middle of late autumn. So whether it's a male or a female, I don't know. But some spurs are developing. Unfortunately, it has lost the top though. But there we go. Got 2 chances, as they say. Let's see if she's still holding pressure a week later. Sounds like it. One with a little firestone. Still as well. Can't get to the other ones. And the other bargain was dog food. Well, yes, so that's the hop update. Good and bad. But hopefully the little ones there will survive another year before I can get them transplanted out. And obviously the kegs, although I'm not using them, they're still holding pressure, which is good. It means hopefully when they do have time to use them, they will be fully operational still. The other ones I can't get to because they're in the piles of dog food, as you saw. Not too much happened this week really. Still, you know, life gets in the way of life. Subscribers have grown somewhat. We're now at about 520, so thanks for all the new subscribers, should you be watching. This week we're going to cover not much. No change there. We have had some more goodies turn up in the mail. I think I said on the last one I managed to get a reasonable price for the 3-part ball valves. They seem to be okay, fairly weighty, reasonable quality. They're supposed to be stainless steel. They look like stainless steel. They do have a slight magnetism to them, but I understand that stainless steel can take on magnetic properties when it's been machined, and it is all the machine parts that seem to have a very, very slight magnetic pull. We hope. Anyway, they seem to be okay. Other bits I had coming, I did manage to get a thermo well or thermo pocket where you put your probe inside, and this is permanently mounted inside your kettle or fermenter. Not quite sure where that will go yet. It may go in the fermenter if I dare drill a hole in a 400 quid fermenter, or one of the kegels, possibly the boil. I haven't got hold of one. Still waiting for the bargain to creep through so I can take advantage again. I did get this for about half the normal cheapest price, which is about 12-13 quid. It's a PT100 probe for the PIDs, but this one has the advantage of the quick disconnect. So when you want to clean your mash tun out or do something to your boil kettle, you can just pop that on and take it off, go rinse it out, click it out. You haven't got to sort of worry about pulling it out or unbolting it every time you want to move boil kettle. So well, hopefully I can get another 1 or 2 of these, because obviously I can use a slightly different one in of the boil kettle to what the mash tun and HLT are going to be. I did buy some additional cable for it. There's another 2 or 3 metres there because I was not 100% sure where everything will go into relation of the wiring as yet, because even the place that they're going to live in isn't built yet. So that's pretty much it on the front. I'm just going to do Steve's Block 42's Zombie Dust version 3. Doesn't smell too bad. A little bit of fruity hop smell. But, I was pretty sure I had the Free Floyd's recipe for the original Zombie Dust, which is in the Clone Brews book, not too far away from me. But it's 2 other recipes and not the Zombie Dust. Looking quite dark. Just give you a rundown on the ingredients he'd done to make this one. This is his 3rd version with extract. Not the best one he's done, but it's a nice 3.4%, so it's a good session beer really. Used 1.5 kilo of Cooper's amber malt, 150 grams of carapils, 150 grams of crystal, 250 of Munich, and 150 of melanoidin. Cooper's amber malt, that's 1.5 kilos, or is it one of the little brew Irish ones at 1.5 kilo? I thought Cooper's were a little bit bigger. Anyway, yeah, it's their malt, a liquid malt. Let's have a look. It's quite dark. Almost sort of an auburn colour there. Look steady there. I don't know how good the camera's going to bring out the colour. You can see through it, but she is a fairly dark beer. It is really filtering a little energy light there. It just looks orange through the beer. But she's nice and clear. No floaties. Not that we'd be worried if there was. We know where they come from. On the nose, mostly malt. Probably some of that Munich malt, because I've sort of had a little bit of that. Can't get a huge amount off on it, but let's go in for a dive on that taste. Bitterness up front, quite carbonated on the tongue. It drinks more carbonated than it looks. It's quite fizzy on the tongue. There's hop bitterness there, not a lot else. Not getting an awful lot of floral or aroma notes. At the minute, it might do more when it's further down, but drinkable. It's not bad. It's a big burst in your mouth from the carbonation. There's a bitter up front. Wee bit of sweetness on the finish. There's a sort of clingy taste, which might be some of the Munich. It might be worth knocking back the Munich a little bit. I know when I've used it, it always comes through as quite pronounced if you haven't got a lot of hops to mask it. Well, like I said, it's 3.4%. You can squash these down all day if the bare bitterness is today. You might want to, I don't know, it's what it is, a version 3 of the Zombie. Not having tried the original, or 1 and 2, I don't know, but I think you use different hops on this one. SARS and Goldings mixed together, 100 grams during the boil, and 75 grams dry hopped, and the US-05 yeast. There is a little bit of dryness to it, which might come from the SO5. Plenty of carbonation. Possibly a little bit more on the late edition hops. There is sort of a slight aftertaste which is a bit sort of reminiscent of hedgerow fruits, you know, blackberries and things like that. Just that sort of slight woody tannic taste that you get in blackberries that you pick that are wild, and that is not a bad pint. It's medium to light mouthfeel. There's plenty of that sort of instant carbonation, degassers on your tongue straight away. Almost like them little sherbet things we had when we was kids. But yeah, I'm getting used to it now. It was a little bit bitter to start with, but you expect that. It's what part of the beer is. But once your palate gets used to it, it's quite an easy little pint to drink. Nice creamy head staying there with the liquid malt extract. It's not a huge hint that you would know it was LME and not all grain. So if you're using that malt from Ireland, it seems okay. I've only mixed it with another kit, but yeah, there's not that sort of kit taste you get with LME. It depends on how fresh it is, but that is a perfectly adequate drinking pint. It's not hugely floral, hoppy. I don't know how it compares to the real thing or previous versions, but it's not hop forward. Bitterness is there straight away. It mellows out after you've had a few sips. But it's quite great beer for most times, really, if you're not wanting to get you totally smashed. But yeah, can't complain at that one. Can't complain at that one. Now, if you've watched new Homebrew Tom's video he's put up, you'll find, I think he did mention it last week in a little sneak, and I mentioned it a few weeks ago, that he is now being sponsored for commercial beers by that place there, beersofeurope.co.uk, which also just happened to be sponsoring me, which is quite useful, seeing as I work for them. So yeah, expect some commercial reviews from Tom and myself. I didn't know he was coming on board, because I know another company has done a few and approached me also, and I did sort of be a bit awkward supporting one beer retailer when you work for another. Well, that happened sort of literally a few days before that they got in contact with me, so obviously natural to support the place that's paying your wages and hopefully promote a little bit more sales their way to help pay for my wages. So yes, we will be doing some German and Belgian to concentrate on. I know Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer has been doing a few beers for quite a while now, and I think there's a few more people coming on board. But for the time I'm going to concentrate on one of my favourites, which is Belgian, and some of the German beers. But also, obviously, being at the point of supply, I get to see what's coming in new. So hopefully I can grab a few of the sort of hot off the press ones, and bang them out straight away, so that if anyone wants, because the videos will be linked on the Beers of Europe website, so if there's any beers on there, either Simon, myself, or probably Tom and whoever else is coming on board will have a review of some of them anyway. I did suggest like some of our gift packs, possibly near Christmas, is to review the Christmas beer pack that we make up for the forthcoming festivities, and I could probably review those so you get a little bit of idea what you're paying for, how strong they are, how complex they are, and obviously going through the pack. We do quite a few different versions of gift packs, with glasses, not with glasses, various in budget, depending on how much you want to delve in, or you can just go through the pretty extensive list of beers and pick your own. Postage is flat rate, so if you buy 10 bottles or 200, and believe me, some people do put orders in for 200, 300 bottles, and you only pay a flat rate postage. So you will be seeing a few reviews coming up in the near future, plus I have an absolute stack of other beers that I've already been buying at work to cover at some juncture. I tend to buy them, oh, it's too good, I don't want to just drink it at home, I want to share the experience. One I found this week, if you're holding in there, I know this isn't homebrew related, but we do actually sell homebrew kits. We do a number of general accessories that you'd expect, but only at the moment the kits are online for you to buy along with the beer. But I picked this one up. This is called Quercus, which is a Ridgeway from Oxfordshire. This is a smoked oak porter. Sounds quite interesting, so I grabbed that one because obviously you know I do have a little bit of a fond following of anything that's smoky. Probably because I used to be a pyromaniac. And also we have still got Steve's rhubarb beer to cover on the review. So I thought, I don't know whether to do the hopped one or the unhopped one, or even both of them, and put them up against a commercial equivalent. There we go. This is the people who bring you Bitburger. Falsros. It is rhubarb. They don't brew with it. I think they just add rhubarb extract to flavour it, because they're quite a low ABV. These sort of fruit flavoured beers. Can't even find the ABV on it now. Well, no, it's only about 2.5%, 3.5%, something like that. They're not too bad, and I know this is a little bit on the sweet side, so just thought it'd be interesting to compare it with one of the few beers that you'll actually find is the same as a homebrew one. Anyway, I've got beers to drink and people to see and places to go. I've also got the economy size bottle of Boom Creek, which is a jolly nice beer as well. But anyway, I'm waffling on about beer, which I can do quite well all day long. So I've done it again, I've lost the friggin' remote. Anyway, that's it, we're winding up. See you when I do the next one. Cheers.